Hello, in this video we will be doing a deep dive into thyroid issues, specifically hypothyroidism. It is estimated that over 200 million people across the world are suffering from thyroid related issues, and a vast majority of these are women. It's also understood that well over 50% of these are undiagnosed. They don't even know that they have a thyroid related issue. And many more are either not being treated properly or are being undertreated. Also, experts are saying that anywhere from 50 to 95% of the thyroid issues are actually connected to autoimmunity. In other words, the body itself is damaging the thyroid gland. So what are the main functions of the thyroid hormones? The main function of the thyroid hormone is to control the metabolism of the body in partnership with cortisol. One very important thing it does is to decide the speed of literally everything in the body. In functional medicine, we say that if you have a slow thyroid, literally anything and everything in the body can be slow. That is how it impacts the system. It also impacts the functioning of other hormones in the body. So if my thyroid is slow, what are the symptoms that I will see? The most common thing is weight gain and a difficulty in losing it, no matter how hard you try. Feeling cold when others are not. Low energy levels, getting tired easily, poor digestion, including constipation, slow digestive process, skin-related issues, brain-related issues, difficulty in focusing, concentrating, remembering things, generally known as brain fog. Issues related to the heart, issues related to the cycles, the menstrual cycles, the periods become very painful and irregular. Cholesterol related imbalances, lowering of the good cholesterol and increasing of the unhealthy ones like triglyceride and all. Infertility related issues, mood swings, and many more things will come to you if you have a sluggish thyroid function. Now let's spend a minute to understand how does the body control the levels of the thyroid hormone. So when your hypothalamus, which is a part of the brain, when the hypothalamus senses a reduction in the level of thyroid in the blood, thyroid hormone in the blood, it secretes a substance known as TRH. This goes and activates the pituitary gland to start releasing TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. When the secretion of TSH increases, the thyroid gland starts producing more thyroid hormone. As the levels of thyroid hormone in the blood start rising, the hypothalamus reduces the secretion of TRH, which in turn means that the pituitary reduces the secretion of TSH, which therefore ensures that the thyroid gland also starts reducing the production of thyroid hormone. So it's a feedback loop that functions. Generally, hypothyroid is approached as a very simple issue. Most of the time only TSH levels are checked and rarely T4 might also be checked. Based on these levels, a prescription of the levothyroxine or any other synthetic T4 hormone is given to the patient. Maybe once in a year or twice a year, the dosage will be revised based on another testing of the same parameters, TSH and maybe T4. Thyroid is a way more complex issue than just TSH and T4. It is way more complex. It is often mediated by four main things. First is lack of proper nutrition, deficiencies. Second is stress. Third are toxins, and the fourth is autoimmune activity. For example, for the production of T4, the body requires iodine, selenium, and protein. Protein is actually the backbone of the hormone. If any of these are lacking, production will be hit. Now T4 is the inactive form. To be effective, it first needs to be converted into T3. For this conversion, once again, the body requires selenium, iron, zinc, and vitamin A. If any of these are not in sufficient quantity, again the conversion will be hit. Toxins like chlorine, fluorine, bromine, and also heavy metals like mercury, lead, cadmium, etc. impact both the production of T4 as well as the conversion of T4 to T3. Autoimmune activity can damage the gland as well as the enzymes required for the production of T4. However, the complexity has just started, okay? There are many more things which one needs to understand if they have to solve this problem of hypothyroidism. There are many more variables to this equation that need to be understood and addressed if this problem of hypothyroidism has to be addressed. For example, between 80 to 90% of the hormone produced by the gland is actually T4, which, as we looked at earlier, is the inactive form. So to become effective, T4 needs to first be converted into T3, and this conversion happens in many different parts of the body. For example, for systemic circulation, the conversion mainly happens in the kidneys and the liver. Now, obviously, the health of the kidney and the liver will impact the conversion, isn't it? Not only this, the brain and the heart and the skeletal muscles across the body, they convert T4 to T3 for their own usage intracellularly. This is not captured in the lab tests, and this is also affected by many factors. Stress, for example. Stress reduces the conversion of T4 to T3. Not only does it reduce T4 to T3 conversion, it actually increases the conversion of T4 into reverse T3. Reverse T3 is an inactive form of T3. Now two things are happening, right? One, not enough T3 is being produced. On the other hand, this reverse T3 that is being produced, also known as RT3, this goes and sits on the cell receptor sites where T3 would have had gone and fixed itself and done its work. Now these sites are blocked by RT3, so the effectiveness of T3 comes down substantially. The complexity doesn't end here, okay? Another very interesting example is inflammation, which is a common dynamic in almost all chronic ailments. Inflammation reduces the intracellular level of T3 inside the cells. When we do a blood test, we may find there is enough T3, but actually inside the cells not enough is available. Sometimes in this situation, even the TSH levels will drop. So you will think everything is okay. No, it is not. Another very interesting insight is that diabetics generally do not convert beta carotene into vitamin A efficiently. So the vitamin A levels tend to be lower. If vitamin A is deficient in the body, conversion of T4 to T3 will not happen effectively. And as we saw earlier, anywhere from 50 to 95% of the thyroid cases have an autoimmune aspect to them. Because of autoimmunity, the gland itself can get damaged, or the enzymes required for the production of T4 can get damaged. So the amount of T4 available to the body gets reduced substantially. Now, only if we understand all of these interconnections, there is a possibility that we may be able to solve this problem of hypothyroid. It definitely is not going to happen only if we keep focusing on TSH or maybe TSH and T4. In the next video, we will understand how to go about reversing this. What changes do we need to make which can help us reverse these problems.